Hello, my name is Joyce Sullivan, and this is a orientation to my Blackboard site for the fall 2018 semester of Accounting 102. This site will always open up on announcements. Please make sure you read through them before you proceed to wherever you want to go on the site. I'm going to skip the Getting Started syllabus tabs because I'm going to cover them separately, as well as the course schedule. And I'm going to go right to course materials. Here in course materials, you'll see each chapter listed individually. Please take a half a minute to read through what we're covering and not covering, and what's required prior to the start of the class. You'll see the scheduled date in the course schedule. Make sure that you coordinate always refer to the course schedule to make sure you don't blow through due dates. When you open up the course material, you'll see that there's a link to the chapter so you can read it online. Inside those chapters, they have videos also. And I've also posted separate videos prepared by a coworker. Most of my students find them helpful. This is the handout that I will print. You don't need to. This is a chapter review, which is sourced from the tutoring department or the publisher's website, depending on which section I preferred. Our PowerPoint lecture that I'm going to cover, you needn't print it out. It's just there for your viewing. You can also watch a PowerPoint session in Wiley+. And if you are a person who likes to follow along on the PowerPoints, I've provided a note version of the PowerPoint that you can print out if you care to. I want to move on to assignments. Each chapter has a separate assignment section. In the assignments, you'll see the reading quiz appears. Even though this is in assignments, don't be fooled. The reading quiz is due prior to our lecture time. Once again, check your course schedule. Make sure you know what it is that when everything is due. I'm not going to click on this because it won't let me access it because I'm not a registered student and I'm in student mode at this moment. Your assignments, your regular homework assignments, which will also appear at the back of the chapter, are linked to Wiley+. You would click here to complete those assignments. And the third item is Orion. For those of you who took Accounting 101 with me, Orion's a new item for you. You may have used it for review for 101, but this time it's actually assigned. There are 20 required questions to complete Orion. It starts with a full score and reduces your points based upon your misses of the questions. I strongly suggest that you make sure that you know your material before you start Orion. You can exceed the 20 questions to try to improve your overall score, but if you continue to miss questions, your score will continue to be lowered. So it's up to you to decide how you want to handle that. The next thing I want to talk about is discussion board. There's two threads set up, Ask the Instructor and Ask Your Classmates. Ask the Instructor, please post any discussion comment you have or question that you have that you would feel comfortable posting in Classroom. If it's of a personal nature, email me. Do not ask me homework questions. Post your homework questions and Ask Your Classmates. I encourage your classmates to answer your questions. I feel this is establishing a virtual study group. In order to be notified when there's people posting to the discussion board, including myself, you need to click on the thread and subscribe. I've already subscribed to these, so I'm going to show you that this is how it really looks when you subscribe or have not subscribed yet. And when you click, now you've subscribed. Please subscribe to both of them. That way you'll stay in touch with everything that's going on. The next thing I want to point out is the Exam Center. In the Exam Center, this is where your exams will post. There's a practice exam that's always available, and you have unlimited attempts on it. It doesn't cover the accounting material at all. It's set up to help you make sure that Respondus Lockdown Browser is working properly. The Respondus LecBrown browser is the way that you can take exams in this course off campus at home. If you click on this in the Exam Center without having set up your Respondus Lockdown browser, this is what will appear, which appears like you're allowed to begin the exam. It's going to ask you for a password. You will not be provided a password, and therefore you can't proceed. And it's just going to keep looping you here. So you will need to cancel out. And this exact same thing will happen if you try to enter a material exam outside of Respondus. So that will take me to Respondus. And in Respondus, I ask that you watch the before you install video. And if you intend to use Respondus, then you need to do the install now. After you install it, an icon will appear on your desktop, and you will need to close all software on your desktop and click on that icon and be prepared to log into Blackboard and go to the Exam Center at that point, and then you will be allowed to use Respondus and to complete the exam. The final thing I want to talk about is tools and communication. In Tools and Communication is a Blackboard Collaborate Ultra link. I intend to offer reviews outside of the classroom to prepare for exams through this software, Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. When we set up an Ultra session, there will be a link appearing here on the screen, and you can click on that link in order to join the session. When I strongly encourage you to do so, the more participants we have, the better the session runs, and the more benefit you get out of it. If you have trouble, you can hit Session Help. If you need to, you can go to Menu. Be sure that you click on the session that's available. I will, on the night that we set up the sessions, I will keep my email accounts open so that you can email me if you're having trouble entering. I'm trying to keep this short, so that's about all I've got to say on this Blackboard site. I hope this video has been helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in class. Thank you.